Welcome to Hiking with Mutts. We continue our 2021 Western trip in the Kanab, Utah area, visiting sand caves and looking for this guy, or at least his tracks. Stay tuned. We'll consider this a double feature episode. We begin with the very first walk we took in Utah. It was our first experience walking on the ubiquitous sandstone surfaces of southern Utah, and it's much slicker than you'd think. Our lab Riley, he didn't like it at all. It scared him, in fact, as he struggled to get traction at times when it was a little steeper. But this location just north of Kanab has a really cool feature: sand caves. These caves are man-made, actually. In the 1930s, the sand was mined to make molds to cast iron. Since sand doesn't melt at high temperatures and is easy to chip away, it's perfect for casting iron. So the sand was harvested to make bulletproof glass. What is left are these caves. And leave it to Sprinkles to show herself out here. Let's see that again in instant replay. Maybe a mile from the sand caves, there's a very steep trail leading up to a plateau purporting to have preserved dinosaur tracks. If you recall, a few episodes ago on this trip, we visited Dinosaur Valley State Park in Texas, which has a lot of dinosaur tracks, but floodwaters prevented our seeing any. So now we have another shot. Only dog that went with me on this trip is Betsy. She will never decline a chance to walk, but the others were a little tired of walking in hot sand. Now, you may wonder how these tracks survive, and it's not something we see a lot in our native East Tennessee. Just as we leave footprints in mud, so did dinosaurs. On rare occasion, those tracks would be covered with sand or other substance and cover those tracks for a very long period of time, years, many years. Long enough for the muddy track to turn into stone. Eventually, erosion would uncover that top layer of soil that had basically preserved the now stone footprint and expose the hardened track that we see today, or we hope to see. This is a very, very, very steep trail, and it takes a while to get up. It's not very far. In fact, when I pan down there, you can see the highway from here, but you can hear me panting. This is getting up to the plateau area, finally. Some pretty interesting stone structure here. And this is the fellow that leaves behind the tracks that we're going to see. He's called a growlator. He's about 4 foot long, and he was a meat-eating dinosaur.
That's a nice view.
So here we are. Let's get up and look around.
Nothing else.
Now, I was cheating a little bit. The All Trails app had like a little flagged area on the GPS map that told me where at least one of the tracks was. But as you can see, this is just a really flat piece of rock, this level ground. You can see the highway down there to the left. That's where I've parked the truck. And sometimes the sand here makes it look like there might be a track. They're on a little farther back here. It was about to become dark, and so I didn't have time to look for a whole lot of them. I basically found a couple. And I believe that's one of them. Had to be very careful about Betsy not falling off the edge of this. It's quite steep. Aha, here's one. You see his 3 toes and his heel? Left, middle, right. Left, middle, right, and his heel. Perfectly preserved. His foot being just a little bit bigger than mine. Again, he's just about 6 foot long, so it's not like a T-Rex. And we'll go back to that other one, turn around so you can see it a little better. That's a pretty good one. And like I say, it's getting dark, and so time's up. We gotta go back down. Thank you for watching Hiking with Mutts. Remember, every dog deserves to be happy. Your best friend's awaiting you right now at your local animal shelter. If you like this content, please hit like and subscribe to this channel as we continue to hike the trails of the Appalachians and beyond.